Audible lets you enjoy all your audio entertainment in one app.
That is the truth. Audible offers an incredible selection of audiobooks across every genre.
As an Audible member, you can choose one title a month to keep from their entire catalog, including the latest bestsellers and new releases. I just finished the audio title Lightbringer, which is the 6th in a series, and I just love it. It's so detailed, and being able to listen to it really, really helps me keep up with what's going on.
Try Audible free for 30 days. Visit audible.com/crappens or text crappens to 500-500. That's audible.com/crappens or text crappens to 500-500.
Watch what crappens. Who cares what happens when there's so much that crappens? Watch what crappens. Who cares what happens when there's so much that crappens?
Hello, and welcome to Watch What Crappens, a podcast about all that crap we just love to talk about on Ye Old Bravo. We are in the middle of our Salt Lake City recap. Part 1 is already on the feed, so if you're wondering where's Part 1, go check out the feed. And here we go back into Part 2 of Salt Lake City.
Okay, let's go over to Heather. So Heather goes skiing with her kids. And she's like, most kids, teenagers would not be caught dead hanging out with our parents, but we're just a tight crew.
Says because you're the only one who can drive. They're stuck with you. She's like, hey kids, I'm going to drop you off at your friend's house. Just kidding. You're going skiing with your mom. Oh God, they're my best friends. They love tagging along with me. They're like, oh.
Isn't that her older kid though? How many kids? She has 3 kids, right? 3 daughters?
She has 3 kids. One kid's in Santa Barbara. At school in Santa Barbara.
Oh, so that's not her oldest kid, the blonde.
I don't think so, because they've all gotten in the past year. They got so much older looking, and so now I don't remember who's older and who's younger.
Oh, it's so weird. I just don't pay attention to people's kids. I mean, it's a problem, and I'm like that in real life too. I never recognize people's kids. Someone came up to me the other day and was like, "Hi, Ronnie," and I was like, just looking at them. They're like, I live next door to you. I'm like, I don't. So, like, you pay rent. Congratulations. You're very young.
I don't know who you are.
Congratulations. I'm assuming he's one of the neighbor's kids. I mean, I don't fucking know. I was like, get out of here. Unless you're paying for my check, leave. Thanks.
Yeah.
So, they're skiing, and then they get some. Heather keeps making food comments. I'm not a skier, so I'm not sure what they mean. But she's like, "Hey, girls, you want a pizza? This one? Yeah, let's pizza it. Hey, girls, don't forget to get some French fries." What does that stuff mean?
The pizza is when you're skiing, if you put your skis into like a pizza shape.
Like a slice?
Yeah, you go a little slower, I believe. I say this as someone who is a terrible skier, and I'm trying to do the pizza thing, and what happens is that my pizza gets too aggressive, and I become an X, and then I just fall over. So... I assume that's what the pizza does.
Well, that's the kind of pizza I like.
It's actually pizza and fries is straightforward. Fries is straightforward.
Oh, really? Because I've never met a straightforward fry, actually. Has anybody? Like, is there a straight fry? I've never seen one. I've seen a crinkle cut. I've seen a soggy McDonald's. I've seen some squishy Whataburgers. Never straightforward.
And I've never been to me.
So they're having cocoa now after their big ski scene. And Heather's like, let's test the temperature of the cocoa. Oh my God, it's scalding. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get some perfectly safe snow right here from this place where they machine snow over with chemicals.
You're not allowed to touch snow in the Mormon church. I don't know if you knew this. So this is a big rebel moment for me. So, she cools down their cocoa with snow, and they're like, "Oh, thanks." And she's like, "Girls, thanks for skipping school for this." So they're playing hooky to actually go skiing. So no wonder why they're like, this is why they're her best friends, because she lets them skip school. So Heather's like, every time I send you to school, I feel anxiety, like because of all the bullying. It's bugging me. It makes me nervous. Do you get anxiety? Because every day, because I get anxiety. I get so much anxiety when I'm like, well, they're going to have anxiety because you are projecting your anxiety onto them right now.
Well, it's weird to talk about the bullying you're getting on TV, and the kids are like, yeah, we don't want to bring attention to it. We're just going to ignore it. And she's like, let's have it be a scene on a national television show. Let's talk about it. So Annabelle, who's the one getting bullied, is like, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, unless someone posts something online or, on television, that kind of sucks. And Heather's like, well, when someone's giving a presentation and then one kid turns their chair around, that's not a community of caring.
Annabelle's like, yeah, I know. And Heather says that basically the community is steeped in Mormonism, and her daughters were already facing a lot of scrutiny when Heather left the church, and then the book just made it much worse.
Also, has anybody ever referred to their high school as a community of caring? What the fuck kind of school is that? That high school kids, it's a community of caring.
Yeah. Well, maybe she was talking about Mormonism, that Mormonism bills itself as a community of caring. But then the moment someone leaves, the following happens, which is that Georgia got a note that said that she was the C word. And,
I went to a Catholic high school. And that still wasn't a community of caring. I went for my freshman year. The nicest thing anybody ever said to me at that school was, you know what? You'd be really pretty with tits. So
that was kind of a nice thing to say, though.
It wasn't that. Actually, that is kind of a humble brag.
Someone once told, I remember in sleepaway camp, my friend Rebecca said, Ben, if you're a woman, you would have magnificent legs. And I was like, thank you.
They just had my high school reunion, and I was looking at pictures on Facebook, and I was like, oh my God, how are these people so old? It's amazing. I didn't go. I'm so glad I didn't. Just because they'd be so jealous. Okay. You want to talk about a community of caring? They'd be like, how is he so young? Son of a bitch.
Yeah, well, that's what
community
happens.
Community of skin caring.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I said, have kids and enjoy looking 10 years older right away, Every straight friend, not friend, but like so many straight people I know just look 15 years older now. It's crazy. The kids do it to you.
Oh, unfortunately, I went to the bathroom that night and I was like, oh my God, I'm the same age as those people.
Oh no. Ronnie, you look great.
So community of caring.
Community of caring. We're going to spiral down into the snowbanks of this podcast now. Pizza, Ronnie. Pizza, not fries. Pizza. Slow down. Slow down the shame. Slow down the shame. So 1 month earlier, Heather tells Meredith that Georgia got this note that called her the C word. And Meredith goes, what? And Heather's like, and then Annabelle got cookies sent to her. And the cookies called it the C word. I'm not laughing about these kids being called the C word because you know what? Whoever's doing this, go fuck yourself and throw yourself into a ravine. But what I am laughing at is the idea that like it was on a cookie. Like it's so craftsy. It's like so craftsy of a bullying,
It's still like way kinder bullying than we're used to in non-Mormon towns where you just get your ass kicked. You don't get your ass kicked plus the gift of a cookie. It is weird.
Hey, so I made you some cupcakes, and if you arrange them in a certain way, it calls you the C word, but they're actually really delicious, and some of them have a lovely cherry surprise.
Hey, I got you a sweater and filled your car up with gas. You cut fitness. Like, oh my God, I just got bullied.
Anyway, here's the casserole.
So Heather is asking her, do you feel safe? She goes, yes, mother, I'm fine. She's really, because you feel like you've got it handled and you can endure it? And she's like, yes, mother. I mean, it's not like I'm getting pushed down. Well, I did get pushed down that one day, but like every day, I'm not getting pushed down every day. She goes, oh my God. Then you got pushed down too. Guys, that is physical. That is physical. And Annabelle's like, well, I mean, look, we just joke at them now because I mean, it's funny, right? It's hilarious.
And George is like, yeah, you need to realize how bothered they are. And like when you've like clearly moved on. And Heather's like, I know you guys think it's funny, but I don't think it's funny. And I don't want to send you out there. I feel responsible. I put a target on your back and then it's like not funny to me. And you should just be able to go to school and be 15 and be safe. They're like, well, mother, maybe you don't have to be on reality TV. Thanks.
Also, let me just say, I get the thing of the mother wanting to go stand up for the kids and stuff. My mom did. She went and told off a little kid one time. But I feel like we need to really start teaching our children how to bully the kids. Like they only stop when you like do some like, I don't know, put their head on some porn. You know what I mean? Like Photoshop. Teach your kids Photoshop skills. Teach your kids how to go look up somebody's social security number online and ruin their credit. You know what I mean? Like, let's teach our kids some valuable skills. Like, don't just let your kids sit there and be sitting ducks. I mean, at the very least, teach them something crude. Hand them a fucking wine key. Show them how to open a bottle of wine and how to stab a tire with it.
Yeah, that'll work, I think. I don't know.
Arm yourself against bullies, okay? Get yourself some knowledge and ruin their fucking lives. That's what I say.
Yeah, bullies. Fuck bullies. So Heather's like, so then Heather's like, I don't like watching my daughters minimize how they're being treated. It feels very familiar to me. And as an example of Heather minimizing something, we then got to last year of her minimizing her black eye. I was like, is this really the best example of like minimizing being bullied or whatever? Do we have to go back to the black eye? I feel like we should just like never even talk about the black eye again.
Well, it's tricky, isn't it? Because she didn't technically say the black eye, so maybe she wasn't referring to that, but the editors make it seem like she's referring to that and make it seem like she was saying, I was victimized and I minimized it, which in the end, she said she was drunk or something, right? Or I guess she never
she was drunk and then... Well, that she did say she was like really wasted and she got injured because she was wasted and then she was really too embarrassed to say that. But like that was like the example they chose of her minimizing. So Heather wants to break the cycle, much like Whitney Rose. Heather wants to break the cycle too, because Whitney Rose wants to break the cycle of like not being present for her kids. So she's like, am I making it worse by talking about it? Like, I don't want you to ignore me. They're like, yes, Mom, please stop talking about it.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, when you almost emailed my teacher, that was like, I don't know if I should even tell Mom stuff because I don't want that to happen. And she's like, but I hate that you feel that you have to be so strong now that I don't overreact to things. Like, then stop overreacting. Oh my God, these kids are going through enough. Just leave it alone. She's like,
are you anxious? Are you anxious? Are you anxious now? Are you anxious now? Did I make it? Okay, now are you anxious? No, you're like, okay, Mom, I'm finally anxious. You got me there.
So, her kids are actually really strong and they have a good shoulder on their heads because they're like, fuck those kids. They have sad lives. I mean, they don't say fuck because it's this show. They're like, freak those kids. So they all hold hands and cry. And Heather's like, where do you guys are so strong. Where do you think that comes from? And Annabelle's like, deep, deep trauma, Mother. Like,
well, you know what Meredith Marks would say? Jealousy is a disease. And they all go, get well soon.
And if you ever call me you ladies again, I will diss your establishment.
Oh, my God.
Come here again.
I'm having an emergency alert.
Oh,
it's a test. I'm sorry, everyone. I can't make it stop.
What is it saying?
It was a test. I don't know. Why did they decide to test right now?
Oh, God.
You got one, huh? It's national. The whole world.
Shut up. Fucking test.
This is a test.
You go for it.
No, I got mine away. I was like, this is a test of the emergency Meredith Marks system. If you have jealousy.
The purpose is to maintain and improve alert and warning capabilities and make sure that your jewelry is intentionally jeweled.
This is a test of the emergency you can leave system. In case of a real emergency, you can leave. I'm sorry to everyone who had to hear that, who had to experience it. Also, I didn't realize it was nationwide. I thought it was just like LA doing LA things. Look how we're bonded.
Nationwide. Guys, I hope everybody checked their phone right now. Okay, so let's go over to the Bower Lodge. The Jack Bower Lodge. Jack, they're coming in behind you, Jack. They're in the stairwell, Jack.
Set a perimeter. Hi, Jack. I set a perimeter.
Hi, Jack. Hey, Jack, I just wanted you to know. I know you're here to stop terrorism, but just so you know, this is my face.
Chloe, Lisa, did you find the file? Oh, you wanted a file. I thought you wanted a Diet Coke. Well, I got you a Diet Coke. Is that good enough? No. So this is Lisa's après-ski, And she walks in. She's doing like the Lisa Barlow event voice thing. She was like, "It looks so good. We did the rest of the florals. Thanks, Emily. Oh my God, it's great. Hi, how are you?"
And she tells us, "Look, I work hard, and that's why I can afford the things I can afford. This party is about being a strong, successful woman who has this. My face! This is a byproduct of working hard, and that is called money." Okay.
Well, not for you, maybe.
my friend, like, it's all
For you. I'm like, why don't you ask that to the people who are working hard, like double shifts around the country, who are still barely getting by?
Yeah, she is out of touch. That's kind of the point, My God. And her drink, so the party is Apres Vida. Apres Vida. So I don't know what that means. If it's an alcohol, I'm going to look it up.
After Vida. It's like the after show that happens after you drink Vida. Like, if you want to hear more about this alcohol, stay tuned to Apres Vida and we'll talk about it. Mm-hmm. So Lisa says, "I appreciate nice things and thank God someone does, or Dolce & Gabbana wouldn't have any customers."
Talk about being out of touch. I mean, that's problematic too. Dolce. My God.
Yeah.
So then Lisa's like, "You know what, you guys? It looks amazing in here. I'm so excited. You guys, thank you so much for your help. It looks beautiful. Just work harder. You'll be richer.
Yeah.
Keep folding those crepes. You'll be at Dolce soon, bitch."
So, meanwhile, I do love how she talks about working hard, and she's literally just walking in, and everyone's working for her. So Whitney walks in with skis, and she's like, "You need a shot ski," and she's, "I die, I love it. I don't get it whatsoever, but I love it. I love the idea of it. Is this like a giant stir? Is it like a novelty stir? What is it?" She's like, "It's a ski with shots on it, like Andy Cohen."
I die. Love that. I love that. So Angie arrives, Meredith arrives in like a Star Trek outfit. She's wearing like white, and some cape with a V on, like right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And then Heather comes with some of her friends, and Angie comes. Angie is just really dedicated she's really dedicated to wearing stupid sunglasses. That's Angie's thing. She's like, I'm Greek, and every pair of sunglasses I wear is stupid.
It's so funny because I literally wrote down Angie looks like she's in Star Trek. She is dressed like LeVar Burton in Star Trek The Next Generation. Her sunglasses are just like a band around her eyes.
Yeah, the banana clip.
Yeah, and so, and also what I thought was appropriate, so they're all like arriving in their, Escalades and Chevy Tahoes or whatever and getting out. And Monica, when she arrives, she steps out into a puddle. And I was like, that right there, that's that's so like, you're the new poor girl on the show, and we're gonna have you step into a puddle before you go into this party.
So Meredith passes Angie, and she goes, "Hello, Angie," in that really like phony happy voice, and Angie's like, "Hello, a Greek," and then she just kind of like starts rolling her eyes at Meredith, but just moves to the side so she can keep like being in the shot, rolling her eyes. Lady.
And like the big thing for this party is that there's a lot of crepes. There's like tons of crepes, which is funny because everyone's wearing white, but there's all these like red sauces and chocolate sauces around, and it's like high risk dining here. So Lisa's really trying to push the crepe because she paid a lot of money for them. So she's like, "Everyone have a crepe, Hi, do you want a crepe? How are you? Want a crepe? Here's a crepe. Don't forget to get your crepe, guys. Come on, crepes, guys. Everyone crepes."
And Meredith's like, "Look, now I can't avoid Angie. It's easy to say hi to someone even when they do behave like a dog. Perhaps she could be kept on a leash somewhere far away from me."
And then it's like a lengthy montage of Meredith calling Angie like, oh no, not Meredith, like everyone calling Angie a dog in a different way. I was like, wow, this is harsh.
It's time for a commercial. It's time for a Crappens commercial.
So everyone's getting drinks and stuff. There's lots of hugs and kisses. And Lisa's like loving Angie's look. She's like, "Oh my God, I need to see the whole vibe." So Angie, who's probably been waiting there for 30 minutes for someone to say this, she's in her coat that she's been waiting to like have her like moment where she unveils. She's like, "Oh my God, thank you. I can finally take off this coat and show my full Greek body right now." So
Angie can't even win with her friends because you can tell that Lisa says this over and over because of Angie's reaction. Lisa goes, "Oh my God, love the outfit. You look like my mom in New York." And Angie goes, "Yeah, I am like her mom. And like also, I'm like all of your mom's friends in New York. Am I right? Am I right, Lisa? Am I right? Is that what you're going to say?" She's like, "Yeah, you know what? And like, you would never even like feel the need to get a nose job if you grew up where I grew up, Angie." And this whole conversation is so bizarre. And Angie's like, "Yeah, because in Salt Lake City, everyone looks like this gorgeous Whitney right here. Am I right, Whitney? Look at this gorgeous Whitney. Look at her, everybody. Intentional Whitney. Opa."
I couldn't understand what she was really getting at. Because was she saying that like in New York, you don't have to worry about nose jobs because no one's beautiful. But in Salt Lake City, everyone looks like Whitney. So you have to have nose jobs to keep up. Which is not true because I feel like lots of people in New York get that. I mean, go to Long Island. You will see plenty of nose jobs there. Or Manhattan, to be fair.
I don't know what anything in this conversation meant, but I was offended for Angie. First, Lisa was saying, "You look like my mom, like you dress like my mom." Like that's never, I feel like, a compliment. No offense, Mom. But I don't think anyone says like, "Oh my God, you're just like my mom." Like I don't think anybody means that. Like you have a great sense of style, you know?
Yeah. So Lisa gives a toast to everyone. She goes, "Everyone, let's just have fun. Be who you are. Be who you want to be. I love all of you. I'm so glad you're all here. Cheers, cheers. Have a crepe." And then Whitney is like, they all have like these little bottles of champagne, it looks like. So Whitney's like, "Did you want us to pop the bottles?" And then Angie, in case you didn't remember that she's Greek, she goes, "Oh, I only drink ouzo, so I don't know how to do this because it's a non-Greek booze."
"I'll pop the champagne because I'm Greek. Opa!" And so everyone's like, "Opa!" So then Monica goes over to the crepe station. And she's like, "Can I have a crepe, please?" And Lisa goes, "Aren't they cute? Those are crepes. I paid for those. So, how are you doing, Monica?" And Monica's like, "I'm happy. Girl is fed. Girl." And Lisa's like, "Well, I like when you're happy, Monica, because we don't like that other Monica, right? Like, for real, though, Monica, I was really bummed when you called me materialistic. I didn't like that, Monica."
Yeah, but girl, I had to do like a prickly, okay? Like I had to do a prickly, girl.
"Well, I'm fine with the prickler, but I don't like where you took it after the prickler. So, like, let's get to a point where you're like, because you got to a point where you're like, you're a piece of shit. I mean, read the room, Monica. But, like, everyone here is materialistic. Look around. Look over there. Milan, Valentino, crepe." Oh, that's a poor person. That's a crepe. Okay, look beyond them. Don't look at them.
Sims over there. Oh, sorry, that's Angie. So Monica goes,
Well, guess what? Girl, Zara, Steve Madden.
She goes, "And that looks good for you. Okay, that's really good for when you step into a puddle. You want to be wearing Zara for that. You don't want to be wearing Beaumont. And that works for you. But there's nothing wrong with being materialistic." So, by the way, they're having this fight. And they're both holding giant crepes. They're like holding these plates, and the plates with these crepes are swinging to and fro. And I just love there's like a crepe fight happening.
And Monica's like, "Well, then own that you're materialistic then, girl." She goes, "Listen, I work hard, Monica." She goes, "They work hard." "Who?" "These people." "What people?"
The buffet people.
"What buffet?"
This guy standing right. Say something, guy.
"Hi, I'm the buffet guy." "I can't hear anything. I'm
That
just
was
not
me.
attuned to hearing that. Is it a poor person? Don't talk to them. Please stop talking to them."
No. I cloned myself, and I made myself look like other people, and that's actually just me. So it's all me. It's all me working hard right now. I'm doing everything at this event.
"I'm so rich that I can afford other people. I can afford clones and wigs that make crepes. So that's that."
Because I work hard for that.
So she's like, "Yeah, we're not involving poor people in this. So listen, everyone here has money besides you and Whitney. Mostly you and Whitney." Monica's like,
But like, they're not all like, "Oh, I'm getting on a plane with Snoop Dogg."
just, "I didn't say I was getting on a plane with Snoop Dogg. You're making that up now. You're making shit up now. You're making it up."
I never said that. And Monica's like,
Okay, Lisa.
and Lisa's like, "Monica, that never happened. You're lying. You're lying." So she starts to walk away. She's like,
Okay, walk away.
and so she says,
Girl, I don't remember how long it was, but like I was like running through the airport to give Lisa something for Jen, and she was like crying about like I could be on a jet with Snoop Dogg right now. And I mean, like, that's Lisa in a nutshell, crying over private jets with Snoop Dogg.
I don't know if that's like, I believe that, but I also don't know if I would like use that against someone. Like if someone said, "Hey Ben, you want to fly in this private jet and Snoop Dogg's be on the plane?" It's not like I'm a huge Snoop Dogg fan, but I'm like, yeah, of course. Like what a story. And then I miss it. I'm like, damn it. I could have been on a private plane with Snoop Dogg. That's cool.
Well, Monica's losing the thread in her argument, which I think is going to make her a good housewife because she can't remember what her argument is. Because her argument started with all you keep saying is you're 60,000, 60,000, 60,000. It's so out of touch to be this complaining about your ring. Like you're on a glamorous vacation and all you're doing is complaining about money related things. Like there are people that are dying, Kim, I get that, but instead she's turning it into this whole like, yeah, but like you brag about brands. You're on a show that's built on bragging about brands. You can't. And also you're so you're very privileged in your own way, acting like, okay, I only drive a Range Rover, I only have one nice purse, and I only get to shop at Zara and Steve Madden. Those are still good brands. It's not like, you know what I mean? You're not flashing your Old Navy around, Monica. Come on now.
I think Monica is a little jealous, to be honest. I think that Lisa is tone deaf. Like Lisa is, Lisa is tone deaf in that I guess what Monica's saying is that there are bigger issues in this world. There's like bigger problems and you're going on and on about stuff that's really not that essential. But also I do feel like you're allowed to go on and on about stuff. You're allowed to, like, if you miss out on a plane ride with a celebrity, you're allowed to be like, that sucks. If you lose your $60,000 ring, I do think you're allowed to say that sucks. That being said, I think Monica is doing the side thing, but Monica's doing it in a much more entertaining and fun way. Like, and she's also doing it in a way where I'm like, but I could also be on Monica's side about this too. So
I don't know. I agree with Monica. Like, shut the fuck up about your ring. Okay, shut up already. We get that your ring is 60 grand. Okay, shut up. You're obnoxious. But to keep it going on, like, oh my god, you brag about Snoop Dogg and like your jets, and like you're on the wrong show if you're offended about that. Is kind of my thing.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Lisa's like, we've never had that conversation. And Monica goes, by the way, bitch, Snoop Dogg does not want to hang out with you. Okay, girl. Like, oh my God. The straight women pulling drag queen shit is so awkward. Like, we've already had a week, but is that going to be your whole personality? Is it like all stolen from Drag Race? Because I'm cringing at this point.
But also, by the way, have you seen Snoop Dogg's career over the past 10 years? He will literally hang out with anyone if they pay. Like he shows up everywhere on everything. Like it's really like he actually would hang out with Lisa Barlow for sure.
So Lisa's like, you know what? Trust me. If I wanted to hang out with Snoop Dogg, I would be hanging out with Snoop Dogg right now. Snoop Dogg would be sitting there having a crepe under the Vida sign. Okay.
Yeah. So now Lisa goes up to Heather and Angie and she's like, she said I was getting on a private jet with Snoop Dogg, which, by the way, the fact that this is like the crux of this argument, like I never was complaining about a private jet with Snoop Dogg. You were complaining about a private jet with Snoop Dogg. So she's like, she's saying I wanted to be on a private jet with Snoop Dogg. They're like, really? And Monica's like, I just want to eat my crepe. Like this is like classic Salt Lake City. Like the union of crepes and Snoop Dogg and private planes all in an argument.
I mean, she said I was getting on a private plane. No. You're making it up. I could have gone on private jets, but you know what? I'd never said Snoop Dogg. I would never say Snoop Dogg. Liza, sure. Taylor Swift, possibly. Monica's like, but you said I could have gone on a private jet with Snoop. And Heather's like, I have a picture with me and Snoop. What's wrong with that? And she's like,
my point is made.
Gotta own it. Just own it.
My point is made. I forgot about that. Even like Snoop Dogg hung out with Heather. Like he will hang out with anyone. So Monica's like, Monica's like, why can't you own it? Like you get that, you get so defensive, girl. And Meredith's like, so then Meredith's like, across the party. She goes, they can fight. I'll eat.
So then enter Mary. Okay, Mary's wearing a quilt. She's wearing like some kind of quilt outfit or whatever. And she just comes in and stands at the door and looks around and sees this fighting. And she's like, oh, Lord, have mercy. And she goes, I just walk into this arguing. It's like, And we hear Monica going,
The only one coaching is you coaching Angie, okay? No one tells me what to say. No one's gonna tell me what to say.
And Mary is like, someone rescue me, quick. And then she goes, I'm overdressed, which is her way of saying everyone looks like shit at this party. So then Lisa starts doing the, don't be triggered. Guess what? You're at my party, okay? Eat this fabulous stuff that I worked hard for. Don't be triggered. So, and then Angie, like, Monica has a plate, and I guess there's like a swizzle stick on the cake, or like one like a pirouette. So Angie picks up the pirouette and tries to shove it in Monica's face. Like, yes, you should be eating the fabulous food, including this pirouette. So that really pisses off Monica.
she's like, you need to put this in your mouth and shut it. And Monica's like,
Seriously, are you joking right now, Angie? If you start with me, you're gonna open Pandora's box. You have no idea what the fuck is about to come out of me.
she goes,
Bold, by the way, bold, using a Greek myth against Angie. She's like, how dare you use my country's myth against me? That's my myth to use.
and Lisa's like, that's rude, Monica. That's really rude. And Monica's like,
Get your finger out of my face.
and Lisa's like, I'll put my finger where I want.
Get your finger out of my face. Get your finger.
So they do the finger in the face.
They do the
thing
thing
and
of,
start
like, the
having that
thing.
fight.
Yeah.
And then Lisa's like, you know what, Monica, stop yelling. You're screaming in my face right now.
That's just how I talk.
She goes, okay, but you know what? Take it down a little bit because I can't hear. It's like, it's too high for my hearing. I told you I can't hear poor tones. It's a very poor tone.
This is really just sounds like economy class on a plane with, I don't know, Nate Dogg, not Snoop Dogg, R.I.P. So
All I hear is a Spirit Airlines floating overhead without a Snoop Dogg. Okay.
all I hear is CeeLo. So then Meredith goes over to meet Mary, and Mary's like, so am I supposed to be greeted, or do I just walk over to you? Like, I'm waiting to be greeted right now.
Mary has no idea how to even go into a room. Okay, that's what they're giving us with Mary this year. She's like, is there a hostess here? Oh man.
Well, she's confused. I mean, she literally ran a cult, right? Like, so she's used to anytime she walks into a room, everyone probably comes running over to her and they genuflect and they welcome her in. But now she's like in a non-cult setting, so she's like, I don't know what to do. Like, when people don't bow down to me.
So Lisa's still going on with Monica. And she's like, you know what? I don't like when someone says you're better than me because it's not true. That I feel like I'm better than them. And it's not true, you know? I just feel like you have this idea of me. And it's not me. And you should know me before you get to judge me. And Monica's like,
Okay, Lisa, that's not my intention.
and then Whitney comes into it out of nowhere and goes,
Wait, though. But can you honor that wasn't her intention? Even if you felt that was her intention?
That's also the name of one of her new lockets. The honor that wasn't her intention, even though you felt that way locket.
she's just going to say intention over and over so she can sell her stupid chains that don't chain women down.
Yeah, that liberate you. Chains that liberate you. So Lisa's like, I believe you. We're fine. And Lisa says, I do want closure on this conversation with Monica because the bottom line is calling me materialistic is stupid. We have different interests, and my interests are more expensive than yours.
I'm deeper than what you think I am. And Monica goes,
Okay, Lisa, I don't think you're shallow.
and then they hug. And Lisa goes, okay, stop bringing up labels. Oh my God, Rayon, I knew it. I mean, sorry. Did I say that out loud? That was just a hug and read. Okay, go away.
Lisa's like, I'm so glad we crossed this threshold. Literally, like I see you're wearing Threshold brand from Target. Very nice on you. So Lisa's like, okay, now go get a crepe. She's like, seriously, I'm paying these non-me's to make some crepes, so you better use them. So then, Mary's like, I just need to sit down for a second, but there's nowhere to sit. I'm giving this party 2 stars. 2 stars out of 10.
Even though there's like literally 19 couches to sit on. So she's about to get her coat in the pizza. So Heather's like, Mary, your coat's in the pizza. She's like, oh my God. Oh, jeez. Oh my God. So then people start dancing, and Angie they start like kind of dancing in place in bright sunlight in the middle of this like rented office space
at 11 a.m.
lodge.
Yeah.
And then Lisa's like, come on, let's dance. Let's dance, everyone. Give me a beat, Dom. Hey, Dom, give me a beat. So they're like, okay. And then Angie goes, this is belly dancing music. Oppa, oppa.
This is how we dance in Greece. I'm like, listen, I appreciate that you're trying to share the Greek culture with us, but like literally not every single thing has to relate to Greek culture. Like just because music plays does not mean like, and this is how we dance in Greece.
So Mary is just kind of watching their personality, and she's sitting. No, we're watching their personality. She's watching them dance, and she's sitting alone. And she goes, "Yeah, I don't know about Whitney. Whitney looks cheap. Whitney looks cheap."
And this is, by the way, this is not an interview. She just is saying it while she's sitting there. Monica's getting another crepe. She's like, can I get a redo, please, girl? And then there's a lady who just like stops Meredith and she goes, you look so beautiful always. Why do you always look so good? And Meredith's like, thank you. You do too, whoever you are. Bye now. And then now Monica's sitting with Mary eating a crepe and Mary's just like disgusted at the crepe. She's like, please keep that away from me.
So she's just looking at her like she's nuts, and then she keeps looking from her face down to her crepe, and up at her face and down to her crepe. And so Meredith is like, I like it. And Mary goes, so you like to eat, huh? Do you like to eat? She goes, yeah, I love food. She goes, yeah, because every time I see you, you're eating. She goes, yeah, I love food. Yeah, but, I mean, you don't care what you're eating? Because, like, I mean, do you ever eat a vegetable?
And Monica's like, there's a raspberry in that crepe. But Monica loves
just
it.
Like had a McDonald's scene last year after multiple scenes of eating chips in the lobby by herself.
Yeah. So Monica loves this though. She loves that Mary's just Mary, that she just says what's on her mind. And Mary goes, because you're a beautiful girl and you don't smell like hospital. So like, don't eat your life away. And so Monica says that she just wants to make Mary like her.
Yeah. And then we see clips of 3 weeks ago. I think it's at that snowball event, right?
I think so.
And Monica's like,
Oh my God, Mary, you are so great, Mary. Like, I love you, Mary.
and Mary goes, I don't really care though. And like, I just really don't care. Just,
Yeah, I know.
she goes, yeah.
So yeah, I don't care. I don't care if you love me. So now, Monica's like, well, you got your nails done, I noticed. She goes, yeah, they're good nose pickers. So then Whitney and Lisa go to like the ice luge to get some drinks, and they're like cheersing and everything. And then Angie and Heather are dancing. Angie and Heather are getting along actually, considering that they had issues. Angie's like, you were very smart in school, and I don't think I was smart. And Heather goes, no, you weren't smart, but you've always been scrappy, which is just my way of trying to come up with some good attribute for you. Because yeah, you're dumb as rocks. But they called me Lefty, and I thought it was because I shoplifted something. But it's because my left boob was bigger than the other one.
Mm-hmm. So then Monica and Meredith are talking, and Monica's like,
So are you going to talk to Angie today at all?
and Meredith is like,
Bow. Oh, why would I spend it to her? I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, girl, if she came up to you and like, would you talk to her? And she's like, well, she should do whatever resonates with that big dumb head of hers. I heard she was a big rock of a human in high school, so whatever feels good for her feels good for me, I guess.
I mean, clearly she does whatever she feels. I saw her shoving whipped cream into your mouth before. Very respectful friend.
and Monica's like,
Right? That was fucking wild, dude. And I was like, what the freak is going on? Because she's lashing out. So you're only going to say one F-bomb and then the other one's going to be free. Yeah, only... I still have respect for this town, so only one F-bomb %.
Yeah, I have like respect for the MPAA ratings, which allow only one fuck. Otherwise, you become an R-rated movie. Okay, so I want to keep it PG-13.
It's time for a commercial. It's time for a Crappens commercial.
Whitney tells us,
Meredith is relentlessly coming for Angie, and it's clear that she's not going to stop. So who is going to end this?
by the way, she's not coming after Angie. She said she said hi to Angie. She's not coming after Angie at all. She hasn't said anything to her. And on the trip, She didn't say anything to her. Angie started the whole thing over and over again.
Whitney,
Whitney.
you're the one who escalated it by bringing Angie on the trip. Everything has been an escalation by Whitney. And so now here's Whitney saying, who is going to end this? And so therefore she's now going to go and escalate it even more
She's
for the rest of the
worst
episode.
puppet master ever, right? She's been trying to do this for years, and she's just so bad at it. I mean, thank God she's so funny, because she pulls it off somehow, but she is such a ding-dong. So she's like,
Let's go do shotskis. Come on, Meredith.
so they go over, and Meredith's like,
Mary, do you want a shot?
she's like, gross.
No, Mary's not into it. So Whitney is talking to Monica, and she's like, so I told you that Meredith made a threat about Angie. Remember I did the eye thing? I went, huh? Remember the eye? I was like, huh? So I don't really want to talk. I don't want anything to do with it, but Angie's our friend, I've decided. And she's standing here with all of us. And if this was happening behind my back, I would want someone to tell me. So let's think about this.
Boom. Monica goes,
Yeah, I would want to know too.
well, what do you know? Do you know what the rumor is? And Monica's like,
Do you know what the rumor is?
and Whitney's like, no, I've only heard the threat that Meredith gave that Angie should be warned because Meredith knows stuff about wumorz. So, and Monica's like,
Well, everyone's heard it. So to be completely frank with you, people are talking about how her husband fucks other men.
I was like, Monica just drops the truth bombs. I like out of nowhere. I was like, okay, what's it gonna be? And it's like, yeah. Sean fucks other men and they have an arrangement and their marriage is completely fake. I was like, God, Monica. So when he goes,
no. So wait, obviously Whitney's heard this, right? I mean, if Monica's heard it, I think everybody has heard it, because if Monica's heard it, Monica heard it from Jen Shah. If Jen Shah heard it, she was spouting it to everybody last year when Angie pissed her off on that trip. I mean, just knowing how Jen and Whitney and this whole show works, I'm sure Whitney didn't know. She just doesn't want to be the one to bring it up, but she's still the one bringing it up on camera. And are people this stupid that they're not going to blame Whitney for this? Because this is 100% Whitney again.
Yeah. By the way, there's also a very good chance that it was a rumor started by Jen Shah just because she was mad at Angie. So Whitney is like, no. There's no way. No.
Whitney is mortified. Like,
What? No way, gay.
and this is where we start to see these shows, like you start to see locations of these shows and it just gets kind of awkward. Like, the bad thing should be that the guy's cheating, okay? Not that it's with men. I mean, for fuck's sake already. Can we stop with it? It's 2023, people. But she's like disgusted. And we get a boom. And Whitney's like,
Angie needs to know I'm literally like, I feel like I'm going to pass out.
Well, it's interesting that you said that because then Whitney says, like, it's really hard for me and Meredith should be the last fucking person to talk about this. The rumor wasn't enough that Sean has allegedly stepped out on Angie, but now it's questioning his sexual orientation, and it's like and like as a strong ally in the community, and with her connection to GLAAD, I expected more from Meredith. So Whitney is actually saying Meredith is creating gay panic, and Meredith should be ashamed for creating gay panic. So she's actually kind of flipped the script.
No, but it's Whitney who's actually doing it. Meredith never said anything gay, and she never said any of this stuff on camera. Whitney is the one bringing this stuff on camera.
Right.
Who knows what Meredith was even going to be talking about?
But
this
she's
is
accusing
all fucking Whitney, and Whitney is the one who just had an episode with her friend Trixie, and all of this, and does drag brunch and is pretending she's such a fucking ally, and she's the one doing the gay panic shit on TV. God, people, stop falling for Whitney. Stop it.
Well, the good thing is I don't think anyone ever falls for Whitney. That's what's like really nice about the show.
I think that they do fall for Whitney. Oh, listen, there's a sucker born who falls for every housewives. Like everybody picks teams. There's always someone on the team that you're not on. You know what I mean? Even if you feel like your team is the most logical, there's always someone on that other team.
So then Monica's like, okay, well, we got to tell Angie, but first let's do a shot of Vida tequila. I was like, okay, it's nice little branding there. So then Mary turns around in her seat and calls over to Heather, and she goes, hey, Heather, what made you wear that necklace? And Heather's like, oh, I love the necklace. You do? Yeah, I think it like really brings out the champagne of the coat and it like really adds some flair to the turtleneck. And then he goes, You totally missed it on that one.
Yeah, you missed it.
Missed it.
That one didn't work at all. So Angie comes up to Whitney and Monica. She's like, "Are we having fun? Opa, I am Greek." And Whitney's like,
Angie, you should take this glass. You are going to need it.
"Why do I need a glass?
You are going to need what's in the glass, because what's in it.
Is it Kiroy? Is this something Greek? I can't think of a drink.
Is it from Dionysus? Is this ouzo from Dionysus? So Angie is
Have you found a way to bottle lightning?
Wow, I am scared, more scared than someone approaching Medusa. So Angie, they get something from the luge. Angie's like, "Oh, yeah, girl. This is how you chill it, girl. You're a pro with the luge, girl. Like, get every last drop, girl. It's like milking a cat. I'm so cool and hip, girl."
Yeah, the way that you are getting that from a luge, it's like you are chilling my drink, but like it's like milking a cow, a Greek cow, because I am Greek. And Whitney's like,
Take a sip, because we have to talk to you.
and so Angie's like, "What is it? Your vibes? They are not good vibes. What is wrong with your vibes?" And so then they sit down. They're playing horror music. They're doing the. And Whitney's like,
Here, you should sit in the middle of us.
and Monica's like,
Okay, I'm going to butter you up right now. Sit in the middle, girl. Oh my God, you look so pretty today.
and Angie's like, "You guys, guys, what is happening right now? Your energy, guys, it is off." And Whitney's like,
I'm very uncomfortable.
But why are you uncomfortable? Did you sit on baklava? What is going on? And Whitney's like, well, when we were in Palm Springs, Meredith said to both Lisa and I that she knew stuff and threatened that you should be careful because she knows shit about you, stuff about your marriage and your husband, and that's why we're nipping it in the butt. And Monica's like, is it butt or is it bud? I don't really know. Like, it could be bud. I always thought it was butt, but it could be bud. I think it's bud. And she's like, can we get back to this rumor thing, please?
and they just keep doing the boom. And then Angie's like, "Who cares about this, guys? Let's seriously. She's spreading rumors about my marriage." And then we get 3, boom, boom, boom. And Monica's like,
Well, okay. You ready? The rumor is that Sean likes to fuck other men.
So then Angie touches her heart very slowly. She goes, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? She is crazy. I'm sorry, but I've been with my husband for 27 years. We're loyal to each other. Meredith lives to lie about other people's marriages, and the only one that's spreading their legs outside of their marriage is Meredith. Ha! Got her back.
"I am fed up with this. I'm Greek." And Monica is like,
Oh my God.
and it just cuts to Meredith over in a corner talking to someone going, and then we get that. And Monica's like,
Yeah, she's saying that his boyfriends need to be quiet because they're out here in the streets of Salt Lake City talking about fucking your husband.
"You know what I am sick of? I am sick of her and her lies. People do not talk about me or my family like this. I am going to march over to her in just a moment.
You should do it.
I'm going to. You watch me. In just one moment, I'm going to march over the...
You should do it right now.
I will. I'm going to.
She is a sick bitch. I'm going to do this right now. Okay, watch me storming over. So now Angie storms through the crepe party, pushing Crepes out of her way. She's like, get out of my way, Crepes. I've got something to say. She's, hey, Meredith, do you have a second? And then that was it. That was the cliffhanger.
So, listen, here's my question. First of all, of course, tasteless. You know, it's not the first time on this show. Meredith was attacked her first season with the "you're cheating on your husband" thing, right? That was a Jen thing.
Right.
Where Jen was spreading that Meredith and Seth's relationship was open, which maybe it was. Like, I still think we think that was true, right?
Maybe, yeah. I don't remember. Yeah,
I think so. I think the consensus back then was probably. And then I think once that happens to you on the show, you think it's okay to do it to other people. Now, that said, she didn't. She didn't do it. I'm Team Meredith on this one. I don't think this is...
Oh, yeah. No, Meredith said, like, I know stuff about the husband. But that, by the way, that's so vague, it really doesn't mean anything. Because, like, really everyone says that on all the Real Housewives at some point. Like, oh, well, you know about the husband. And I think it's like that trick where you say that and then you you don't really know anything about the husband, but you just sort of feel like other people know something. Or maybe
Right,
Meredith
and
does
also
know because she's friends with Jen Shaw.
Also, the gay rumor is such an obvious one because, like, he owns hair salons and he cuts hair. Like, that's
His
their
wife
thing.
looks like Cher. Yeah.
Right. So it's kind of like the stereotypical thing to say that. I don't know if he's gay. I don't really care if he's gay. I hate that speculation on yet another show of like, oh my God, what if someone's a homosexual? Oh, hate that. I will say my first question, if somebody said your husband is fucking people, my first instinct would be to call my husband. It would not be to be like, I'm going to go yell at this person. My first instinct would be like, who's my husband fucking? Who has proof of this? Do you have anybody who will witness when I divorce his ass and take everything from him? You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know in those situations. I don't know. This is sort of an interesting one because, yeah, it is very gay panicky like usual. But I feel like the crux of it is more just like they're acting like they have a perfect family, but there's actually some infidelities that are happening and he's paying off people. But then again, it's an arrangement. So then if it's an arrangement, then who cares? Because that's their arrangement. Maybe they're into it. Who knows? Who cares? But
she was saying earlier in the episode, like me and Sean, you know, they purposely show him going to bed fully clothed alone with the dog in a bright room that she never comes to because she's in bed with the kid. And then they show her saying, well, you know, of course he would like more intimacy, I'm sure, but I'm just a mom and I don't have time for my husband and he's not getting intimacy. So it's interesting how they package this all together, but very shady.
Yeah.
Bravo.
Yeah, I don't know. Like for some reason, this gay panic isn't really hitting me as hard. I don't know why. Maybe I'll have to investigate that. Look inside my heart to see what's going on. But either way,
What do you mean? Like you're not mad? You're not as mad?
I'm not as. I feel like there've been other shows where it's like been like fervent denials of like oh my God, homosexuality, and this was just more like, hey, there's a rumor that he's gay, and like Meredith is spreading a rumor, yada yada yada, and so to me, I think I'm in a wait and see pattern. I think I need to see more to see how panicky it is. Maybe I'm just like, oh wow, there's like a rumor, you know, like there's a rumor, like just like you should know about a rumor, and she's upset that there's a rumor. So like I'm okay because right now for me it's only at a level of like someone reacted to hearing that there's a rumor about their husband. Mm-hmm. You know, okay. The gay panic hasn't fully bloomed enough for me to be mad.
Well, my main annoyance, I mean, whether there's gay panic or not isn't really my main focus because I'm used to it. It's Housewives. But I think the most annoying thing is Whitney's going to get away with this again. She's doing it again. And I feel like she's just going to walk scot-free and Angie's going to come for Meredith. And I wonder if that is what Meredith heard, or if Meredith heard something else. I can't wait to find out.
Angie Whitney, it's not that Whitney's going to get away with it. Angie just wants ammunition to go after Meredith. That's all she wants. So like, it's not an issue of like a con, because Meredith is way smarter than Whitney. Meredith knows, and Meredith is going to just like bang Whitney on this. She'll be like, you're the one who said it, and you're the one who starts things, and you do this all the time, and you're not going to do that, and you're trying to start rumors about me when I have a toddler at home, and there's a dolphin in the Pacific that got hurt recently, and there are bigger things to worry about, you know?
Yeah. All right, well, time will tell. We've probably got 97,000 episodes of this left, so we'll see next week. Hold on. Sorry, mortified.
So much grape.
Guys, I'm allergic to gay panic. Okay.
Wow, Ronnie. Unfortunately, I think this disqualifies you from being able to take a PJ with Snoop Dogg. So hope it doesn't hit too hard.
All right, everybody. Well, thanks so much for being with us. We will talk to you next time.
Bye.
Watch What Crappens would like to thank its premium sponsors.
Ain't no thing like Allison King.
Ashley Savoni, she don't take no baloney.
Strolling the park with Caitlin Clark.
She's not just a Sheila, she's a Daniela. Itchels. Aaron McNicholas, she don't miss no trickolas.
She's never scary, it's the Green Fairy.
Jamie, she has no last namey.
Hava Nagila Weber. Know Your Worth with Jason Kurth.
Sip some scotch with Jessica Trotch.
She's always supplying, it's Kelly Ryan.
Kristen the Piston Anderson. Let's give a kisserino to Lisa Lino. Megan Berg. You can't have a burger without the Berg. Ruru LaRue.
The Bay Area Betches, Betches.
And our super premium sponsors.
Somebody get us 10 cc's of Betsy MD.
We're taking the gold with Brenda Silva.
Let's get real with Caitlin O'Neill.
Don't get salty with Christine Pepper. Can't have a meal without the Emily Sides.
Nobody holds a candle to Jamie Kendall.
She's not harsh. She's Jill Hirsch.
She's a little bit loony. Junie. My favorite Murdo, Karen McMurdo.
We love him madly. It's Kyle Pod Shadley.
Let's go on a bender with Lauren Fender. We want to hang with Liz Lang. The incredible edible Matthews sisters. Nancy Cease and Desisto.
Give him hell, Miss Noel.
She's the queen bee, it's Sarah Lemke.
Shannon, out of a cannon, Anthony. Let's take off with Tamla Plain.
She's quite the catch. It's Victoria Cotchett.
She ain't no shrinking Violet Kuchar. We love you guys.
Hey Prime members, you can listen to Watch Our Crappens ad-free on Amazon Music. Download the Amazon Music app today. Or you can listen ad-free with Wondery Plus in Apple Podcasts. Before you go, tell us about yourself by completing a short survey at Wondery.com.